Hello. Okay, I'm just letting Instagram know that I'm going live. Okay. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. We're just getting Instagram up here. Good morning, goddesses. How are we? Welcome, welcome. Facebook family and Instagram. How are we doing? Okay. So as everyone's getting notified, today we're going to chat about the energy of money and overflow, what that means, a lot of mindset work, and a little bit of the energetics behind it. And if we have time, I'm going to move you through a really cool activation. And then whoever wants to join in and wants to receive energy work today, just pop in the chat what it is, the theme, the baseline of what you're hoping to receive. So yeah, this is for anyone who pops on. And we're gonna go ahead and get into it in just a second. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. So if you're new to my world, I am a quantum healer, and essentially in sessions I move through the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual layers of your being. So whatever it is you're going through generally has like an energetic imprint behind it. So I usually hear the frequencies and the tones of what needs to be moved or what's in the way, essentially, so that we can shift your timeline. Things like that. Kind of like a simple version of it. Quantum healing is so broad. You can do anything. It's like, from simply removing emotions to like psychic surgery to things that are so beyond. It's of the invisible realm. We can't see these things, but there's a reason why we get pains and diseases and stress and things that just like inhibit us from like receiving all abundance of life in all areas, whether that's not just money, relationships and career, success, fulfillment, all the things. So let's go ahead and just dive in to money and overflow. So I channeled this a little bit before what I really wanted to talk about. And so the overflow is really the idea of more money coming in. More money than you need, more money that essentially is like beyond the support that you require and desire. So it's really that understanding and belief and expectation that there is more money coming in. So what is sort of happening in the collective consciousness is there's so much negative energy on money. The majority, actually it's way more than the majority, have a very underlying subconscious belief, negative ideas around money. So the idea of overflow feels so like, the moment I tap in, I'm like, everyone's already tensed up because they're just like, well, why would I have more money than I need? There's so many other people on this planet that require money just to sustain their life, just to like keep on moving physically. So why would I tap into the energy of it? And this is because there's so many imprints that money is saturated, limited. There's only a certain amount that goes around. So if you have more, you're taking from other people, which is so not true. And I know that you know that's not true, but why do we like live from a place like that? It's just the underlying coding that we carry in our blueprints, and it comes ancestral, it's genetic, it's like a little bit, you could say, in our DNA. We come with it as a soul, and we're here to shake it up. We're here to move that around, right? Because we've witnessed for a very, very, very long time on this planet bad people doing things with money, with lots of money. when you have a lot of money, we've seen them do not the right things, take advantage of other beings, take away from other beings too. So there really is just this old frequency of money on this planet that is ready to be eradicated and lifted up. So I think this is why the feeling of overflow can feel so like, ugh, because you're just like, well, why would I take money from anybody else? So we need to completely eliminate the idea that money is limited and there's only a certain amount to go around, because it's so not true. If you just think about who the hell prints money, right? And also, money is at this point just numbers in a computer. And we could go into this other topic when you think about debt. A lot of people feel very negative about debt because it's like this weighing thing, but debt's actually in service to you to create more money. So it's just really kind of getting close with your money, close with the debt, and connecting with it like physically and tangibly, but also connecting with it spiritually so that you can work really, really closely with money. So you want to work on all the layers. You want to work with the physical. You want to get clear on what are the actual tangible physical things you need to do with money. And then you also need to emotionally connect with it, mentally rewrite those beliefs, and then spiritually connect with money. Because money is a spirit. It has its own consciousness. And it wants you to work with it. And it's neutral. So whoever is willing to work with it, the good, the bad, the money will work with it. So, let me just review my notes here. So, yeah, money in the hands of good people do good things, right? So you're a good person, do good things, receive more money. Overflow is a really amazing thing for you. What will overflow create for you, right? Overflow creates that level of security that is so beyond your baseline, right? It's really trusting that you are so secure and supported beyond what you could have even imagined was possible for you. So tap into that vibe, and it will create even more possibilities, more potential, more abilities for whatever it is you want to create in your life. And you will have no choice but to do good things for other people. It will sort of overflow out of you because you have that capacity. And if you have any doubts on that, that's where you want to go, and you want to look within and be like, well, what would you really do with the money? You know, people always say, well, are you just going to sit on the couch and just eat Cheetos? Because you just have like this bank full of money. Like, that doesn't feel good to the soul, right? Typically the audience I'm speaking to, that doesn't feel good. You're looking to do good things. And yes, rest is required. Understanding what type of rest too, right? So a lot of people think sitting on the couch eating Cheetos is rest. 99% of the time it's not. I say once in a while, okay, if that's what you truly need. But you need to be so radically honest and connected with yourself to know that that's truthfully what you need. Because let me ask you, if you ever catch yourself, binging or anything, whether it's TV or food or any sort of information, do you really feel good after? Because you want to feel good. So the rest is meant to rejuvenate you and build you back up. So when you have an overflow of money, you can create that level of rest because you can also invest in yourself to understand yourself. So this is the thing. We as humans, we really lean on support from other people. And that is a really powerful thing. And I think we need to step back from the idea that I'm independent, I can do this, I don't need anyone, right? Like, I really truly think we're meant to lean on each other and work with each other, and we sign up with these contracts with relationships with people in service to ourselves. And I even mean the bad relationships, because the bad relationships are going to show you things too. So when you have overflow, you can invest so deeply in yourself, you can understand yourself so much more, and then connect with that overflow and ripple that out, because you are going to be so rested, so supported, so secure, like you will just have no reason not to do good things for other people. So I hope that makes sense. I'm really trying to connect the lines of it. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, the collective consciousness around money, like this whole planet has a very negative idea around it, and it's we are rewriting it because consciously you're like, well, no, I don't really believe that, but it's subconscious, it's deep, and you gotta access those layers. You gotta really ask yourself, and like journaling is like my favorite tool in the world, other than hiring a coach to help you and assist you, because the coach will be able to go in and intertwine and ask you those questions you're not willing to ask yourself. But if you journal every day, you will get really good at asking yourself those questions. But like, but why this? Why that? Why do I think this? Why do I feel this? Right? I teach this in Goddess Codes. I teach you how to go through the roots, the layers, and asking yourself those powerful questions, so that you can start doing it on your own time. But this is why it's really important for the collective to reframe your thoughts about money. Like, get really good and positive and happy about the idea of overflow of money. Because to me, that's a massive quantum leap. Like, you're not only just okay with money, you're okay with more than enough. You're okay with like the exceptional amount of money. And like, I see that as a quantum leap because we're going from like way down here to like way up here. And like, think about all the good people on this planet having an overflow of money. Like, mind blowing. The shifts that we will have. Like, that's utopia. That's what we are creating. And I do think it does start a lot with the money clearing, which is why I get really passionate about it. So, really important for you to reframe your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas about money. So anyways, if you are joining, reminder, if you want to receive energy work today, just pop in the chat the theme, the idea of what you want to receive. If you're not sure, give me an emoji and we can chat about it for a second. But I'd love to just demonstrate a little bit of quantum healing on here for you. Yeah. Okay. Let me just read my notes here. Oh, yeah. There's even this idea of like, you know what? Do I want to go into that one? Let me just see. I'll give you something that a lot of people might feed some negative energy to. And this is the idea of welfare and, you know, using money from the government to survive. And there's a lot of negative ideas and projections on those people because they're considered lazy or they don't work for their money and they're just here to receive. But I want you to look deeper. These people are suffering. They've reached their maximum. They can't receive any more than that. Like, that's it for them. They don't know how to move forward. So they're really stuck in a place. You can, you know, maybe there are the ones that are really thriving in some form. Like, cool, good for them. Just sit back and receive, because I think some of us here are just really meant to just do that. But instead of feeding that idea about it, because when you think those things and you feel those things towards those people, it feeds it. It just makes it grow bigger. Like, think of this bubble and like boom, 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 boom. And it becomes so real and so true. And that idea ripples out, and that does not serve. So if we can come back from a space of love and just saying, hey, you know what, they just don't know and they don't have the support, the best thing that you can do is, I'm going to get really positive about money. I'm going to get really connected so that when I see money, I only think of love all the time, no matter how it is received. I feel like that could be a whole other topic as well. Yeah, does that make sense? So again, overflow is your birthright. Okay, feel this in your body. Overflow is your birthright. Overflow comes easily. How does your body feel when I see these? Overflow is the standard. Overflow creates overflow. Maybe take a deep breath here. And just like feel into your body. How does your body feel when I see those? That'll give you a clear indicator of how you truly feel about money. Okay, do we want to go through a little activation here? I can just guide you through a really simple one to really connect you with that energy of money and overflow. And then also, if you do want to receive any energy work, just pop it in the chat. If you're here on Instagram or Facebook, let me know. I dedicate a good chunk of time to be here with you. Yeah, yes, overflow is my birthright. Love this affirmation, right? Yeah, just like excites me. Like I feel my cells. But I will be honest, like this has been a process definitely my entire entrepreneurship journey. Because when it really starts, when you start diving into personal work, you start to realize like, oh no, I'm carrying so many wounds from like childhood and growing up and how my parents thought about money and all the things. And nothing negative about them because they're carrying what their parents had, right? Like they're just carrying that and that and that. So at this point in time with the star seeds right now, we are coming in and we're eradicating like massive lines of energy of all of that, like beyond just our parents, beyond our ancestral line. It's going past lives, soul lives, parallel lives. It's insane. So, just fires me up. Okay, let's do the activation. Okay, so if you want to just get centered here, it's gonna be quick, really simple. And put one hand on your heart and one hand on your sacral. Okay, this is like for the women, like the womb space, just above the pelvis. For the men, okay, just really connect here. This is like your prosperity piece, and then we're going to connect it with the piece of love. So just breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. I want you to sink in with that breath. The breath is so vital when you're reprogramming. In through the nose, out through the mouth, even deeper. Sink in a little bit more. In through the nose. I want you to really feel the breath coming in. Out through the mouth. I'm going to get you to do this 2 more times. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And I want you to reach max capacity with this next one. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Sighs are good. Let out all the noise. Okay. And I want you to, I know we're using the heart and the sacral, and you can stay in this position, but I want you to connect with the third eye. Just like bring your awareness here. Just an intention to connect with this space, okay? This is where you're going to visualize. You're going to use this as a tool. Okay, I want you to see yourself standing over a body of water. This body of water is crystal blue. It is so crystally, colorfully blue that it sparkles and it shimmers and it shines. This is the representation of money. Money is just flowing and waving and shining and just filling up this space. It just flows so effortlessly. There's no stagnancy in this body of water. Then you start to realize there's actually a waterfall pouring into this water. And it's just coming in so beautiful, so fast, and just like, wow, how beautiful this is filling up. And sort of connecting with the idea of like, no wonder this body of water is so beautiful because look at what's pouring in. This is the overflow of money. The water needs to pour into this body of water. You notice that everything around it is thriving. The plants, the rocks, the trees, the land, the animals, everything is just flourishing because of all of this beautiful crystalline water. Then you notice there's actually another waterfall pouring out of the big body of water. This is again creating more overflow. And it moves so beautifully through the rocks and the sand and the dirt, just feeding and nourishing the land. And you almost hear or see that the animals get so excited at not only the sound, but what that nourishment is creating around that space. our bodies, I think, are 90% water. I don't know the scientific fact, but we are money. We are money. We are so deeply connected with money. We're meant to work with money. We're meant to work with the flow of money, and this is why water and money just go hand in hand. So you feel the love, you feel the excitement, you feel that the overflow is actually in service to all. Overflow is your birthright. Overflow is the standard. Overflow is the minimum. Overflow comes easily. And take a deep breath. Coming back, connecting with the heart space. And when you feel complete with that, just come back to this space. So I want you to come back to this if you feel you need it, but also witness how you feel about money from this point on. What has shifted? Maybe not in this now moment, but as you move through life today, tomorrow, what feels different? Reflect on maybe the body of water, the waterfall, what that means to you. This is the work I do so deep with my one-on-one clients. We go really into the layers of really like what's in the way. I do truly believe, we can be activated this quick and this easy and we can just go. Sometimes there is a little bit of blockages in the way. And this is the work I love to do. I have my one-on-one available, private mentoring. You can work with me for 3 months or 6 months. Or I have my course, Goddess Coach, which is open for enrollment right now until October 23rd. And this is a 4-week course. However, you are going to get a little bit of one-on-one work with me. But this is going to give you an entry level to what the work it is I do. It's not really theoretical at all. I don't really go into the archetypes of the goddess. I actually go into the tangibles. Like, what can you do right now to make the shifts? It's quite practical and quite deep. I think for me, when I say the affirmation, I feel excited, but then a little voice comes in and says, but you're not good enough. Yeah, the worthy piece, right? Remove those little worthy pieces off your heart that make you feel that you're unworthy and not enough. Because you know that's not true, right? And I know I work with you all the time, Mary, so assisting you with this right now. And I want to know if that activation really helped you there, though, right? This worthy thing is like, I think that's the next video I want to do, because it's a true embodiment. And what happens is when you are calibrating, I think of it as like this, when you're calibrating to a new level of worth, you'll go back and you'll be like, no, it's too scary like to be that worthy. And I think that is just proof that you're really rewriting the old programs that were being held in humanity. Something that really fires me up and makes me push through is I just look at how it serves other people for me to feel worthy. Like, I immediately just tap into worthiness. And if I catch myself for any second critiquing or judging my level of worth, like, even if I look on my video of this, like, my hair needs to be washed. Like, this is not the best hairdo. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cut this video up and post it all over TikTok. And, back a couple years ago, that would have scared the shit out of me. I'd be like, no one wants to see this messiness. But because I feel so energetically clear and I tap into how it does serve, and I also let go of the idea that if it doesn't serve anybody, it serves me, and that's enough. Let me know if that makes sense. That's kind of one way I tap into my power. And I know I do hold confidence codes, like, it's in my DNA, very strong, but it hasn't been like that my whole life. It's been activated for sure. So it's definitely something I'm passionate to teach. So anyways, if anyone does want energy work, I'll give you one last second to pop in the chat if you do, if you want to receive anything today. But that activation was really fun. Again, I'm going to post this and save this so you can come back. It will be really cool if the platform I'm using is going to actually cut it out for me. Yeah, it's really cool. I just put my video in and it takes it all apart and like spreads it in a bunch of little videos. So it'd be really cool if it caught that whole activation. I could post that as its own thing. Ooh, how fun. I'm really pumped. Okay. So anyways, I love you guys so, so much. And I'll see you next Monday. Okay, bye.